Hi, today is December 7th, 2025, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 1895 for the year Tree Framed. Tree framed by a window, struck by the sun, shining like a light reflected off a mirror. Partially visible, mostly obscured, one wonders how long it has endured. Poem number 1896, Into His Own. He was coming into his own. He wished he was coming into someone else's. Poem number 1897, Cakes or Ships? What are those things hovering above the city? Are they funnel cakes, or are they starships from outer space? The blinking lights and the cryptic space alien messages lead me to believe that they are starships, but the powdered sugar that is softly falling down, lightly covering the sidewalks, suggests otherwise. I suppose it could be both, but what kind of space aliens would travel around in funnel cakes? I guess we'll find out when they land. Poem number 1898, The Sex Act. On a regular basis, they would stage what they called the sex act. Although it was arguably more performative than sexual, it was unquestionably prurient. Voices were raised, bodies rubbed against bodies, orgasmic ecstasy was achieved, and audiences walked away shocked, disgusted, but fully entertained. Tickets for the sex act are usually available through TDF if the regular price, which starts at $300, is prohibitive. Although it's not recommended for the general public, many satisfied theatergoers have come and come again. Poem number 1899, Endless Riches. He drilled a hole in the living room floor, and lo and behold, he struck oil. He leased the drilling rights to Exxon. He fracked his bathtub and sold the natural gas to Atmos Energy. He struck gold in the kitchen and hid it under the mattress. Finally, he found Bitcoin way back in a deep corner of the hall closet. Now he launders money to his heart's content. Sometimes endless riches can be found in your own backyard, and sometimes they are even closer than that. Poem number 1900, 20th Century. This is the fourth poem number 1900, and this is probably not the first time I referenced the great. This is my fourth poem number 1900, and this is probably not the first time I referenced the great Bertolucci film. I've seen it once, and I'm quarter tempted to see it again. Not half tempted. It's well over 5 hours long. I could rewatch 2 other movies in that time. But this may be the first time I've referenced the Wikipedia entry about it. I learned that it is not to be confused with another film called The Legend of 1900, but I also learned that its Italian title is Novecento, which means 20th century. I certainly wouldn't confuse 1900 with the great Howard Hawks film 20th Century. Now there's a movie I am 3/4 tempted to rewatch, and soon. John Barrymore is perfect, Carol Lombard is perfect in what is probably my favorite Howard Hawks film. I am happy with how this poem turned out, because I have almost certainly written about 1900 before, but I have never mentioned 20th century in a poem before. Thanks again, Wikipedia. And last poem today, poem number 1901, Haiku Are Easy, part 56. Strumpets, trumpets, tums. Trombones, phonies, zambonis. Scuba, lube, tubas. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.